Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. While in some school districts in New Jersey, teachers are back in the classroom, either full-time or hybrid. But in other school districts, most school districts, teachers are refusing to go back, and that's caused frustration not only for the school administrators, but for parents. Jersey Matters' Phil Andrews reports on both sides of the controversy. Phil.
Well, Larry, it has been one of the most pressing debates since the COVID-19 pandemic began. Should our students be in school or not in school? Well, after a year-long debate, the push is now on to get those students back in classrooms.
How many of you out there have a child at home because the school's not open? You have to make the difficult choice of staying home with your child or going to work if you have a job.
Since taking his oath, President Biden has indicated that reopening schools across the country is a top priority. And to that end, the Center for Disease Control recently laid out 5 mitigating factors they believe will help facilitate that effort. For starters, universal and correct use of masks. 2, physical distancing. 3, hand washing and respiratory etiquette. 4, cleaning and maintaining healthy facilities. And 5, contact tracing in combination with isolation and quarantine in collaboration with the health department. But what you don't see on this list is vaccination of teachers and administrators, which the CDC says is not part of their equation for restarting in-school learning. As a matter of fact, only 26 states have elevated their teachers to vaccine eligibility. New Jersey, not one of them.
We do need the kids in school. But then I feel like until at least the adults are vaccinated, we're putting ourselves in a position where we could have long-term harm down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't discount the fact that if teachers get sick and die, the students have to live with that too.
Tosana Rana is a science teacher at Williamstown High School who teaches both in person and virtually at the same time. She's also the mother the 10-year-old Sarah and 8-year-old Mackenzie, who have strictly been virtually learning since the pandemic started. And then there's Drew Davis and her husband Houston from Gloucester Township. Both work full-time, but have children ages 15, 13, 8, and 7 who also have been learning virtually.
What are your thoughts on the president wanting to get all the kids back to school?
You know, I have mixed feelings, I think. So I have an autoimmune disease, so I am susceptible to getting sick. So I get nervous in that aspect, but at the same time, I'm concerned for my children's mental health. You know, they've been pretty much locked up in a house, per se on a computer, or their iPads for 10, 11 hours a day for almost a year. And that's not healthy.
Now, there are New Jersey students attending in-person learning 5 days a week, like 12-year-old J.J. McLaughlin from Stafford Township. His school following strict COVID-19 guidelines.
You can't, take your mask off. Well, you can take a 30-second break, but it's you can't just stand around and talk to your friends. You have to just talk to them from your desk. And there's plexiglass on your desk.
JJ's school, by the way, one of 86 in the Garden State, open for in-person instruction, but there are still 514 that are not.
Now, keep in mind, Larry, the state's largest school district, Newark, has decided not to have in-school learning until April 12th. Jersey City, all virtual learning until April 21st. And in Trenton, no more students in the classrooms until sometime in May. Keep in mind, these are the state's 3 most popular school districts in the Garden State. For Jersey Matters, I'm Phil Andrews.
All right, thank you, Phil. Still to come on Jersey Matters.
Returning to school safely. Up next, we'll speak with the mayor of Montclair, who also happens to be the vice president of the New Jersey Education Association.